Hey guys, so today I want to talk about the Shannon Creepshow Art situation that's going on, but more of like commentary on like how it makes me feel, what it makes me think about, things like that. Because there's so many people reporting on it, things like that. But I just want to talk about it through just a POC, gay person, how I feel, how I'm feeling, shit like that. Like what emotions, like I'm gonna start off by saying I don't know this bitch. I've never met this bitch in my life, so I don't really know too much. But this has been like this whole situation has been on my YouTube recommended all week. Like I was like, maybe I'll do a video, maybe not, maybe not. And then it just kept going and going and more keeps coming out. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking talk about it. And the thing too is I feel weird when I do these types of videos where I'm actually talking about some of the bad stuff or commentating on some of the bad stuff, because like I feel like just as a disclaimer, since I'm a small creator and I'm like getting my little 15 minutes of fame right now, maybe not on this channel, but on TikTok and stuff, I can realize the fact that online commentary isn't always helpful. Like, it's not like someone's gonna get up and change and be a different person. It just becomes white noise of just people talking to you or talking shit about you, even when you're trying to be productive. And yes, and so it leads me to the first point: hypocrisy. Really, like, I think, especially, I'm not a commentary channel, but especially as a commentary channel, I would assume it's really, really, really fucking hard not to be a hypocrite whenever you're in a situation, because it's really easy to tell other people how easy it is to take accountability for something when it's not you, when it's not thousands of people not talking about you. And I think that's true for any content creator at a certain level. Like, it doesn't, like, I've had a few videos go viral and I stopped just reading. Like, it doesn't matter how positive most of the comments are, the one or two mean comments will make you be like, everyone's a fucking hater, blah blah blah. And it's why, like, this whole like cancel culture, like this new like thing, it's like a weird thing, because it's like, can you really can't, like, you can, it's complicated. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a whole video on that. I don't know. Why is this video so hard for me? It's not even I can know her. Like, it's just like, oh. But yeah, so this whole situation just made me feel like, oh no. I did watch Shannon, if you guys are wondering. I did watch her because it's just easy to watch in the background of things. I'm someone who likes watching things on 2x speed and not even watch the screen. I like to do things, and I like watching her videos while I like cooked or did the dishes or stuff like that. And so I knew for a while, because I was watching, starting like in March, when I was like, around March, I was starting to watch some of the videos calling her out, because this is not something new, like the calling her out. This has been going on for a while now. Especially with the hopeless peaches situation, which, again, I'm on the channel if you want to know what happened with that. But I went down a rabbit hole of people criticizing her, and a lot of it was valid. And it was just kind of interesting for someone who yells online, talking about you should take accountability, to literally not take accountability. But then, like I said, it's easier said than done. It's so easy to yell at other people. So I'm not mad. Like, I'm like, okay, fine, we're human. Like, I think at the end of the day, content creators are human. People forget that. Like, it's not normal to have like 500,000 people know who you are. Like, normally, like, you know, like, that's not something that like was, you know. So I get it. See, the problem I have is, because some people are defending Shannon and saying, well, Locale is one of those sites, kind of like Gossip Guru. Is that what it was called? Oh my god, it was horrible. Where you kind of just talk shit. So it's like, maybe she did that to assimilate. Maybe she did that because, you know, in order to, like, you know, get them. But why would you even go on those sites? I personally am, so I've always been a small creator. I've been doing this for 11 years, and I used to go on. Because I've seen it, like, I went through the whole like Gossip Guru thing. There's nothing to give. It doesn't give you much. It doesn't feel like much, because like, as a small creator, I'm like, I would hate it if someone said that about me. And so I went on, I saw it, and I was like, not for me, and I moved on. But the fact that someone could be on those websites for like 3-4 years, it seems fucking toxic. It's a really toxic environment, and like, yes, I like watching drama videos, but that's toxic. Like, that's like a whole other level, a whole nother fucking level of toxic. And yes, we all love a little bit of toxic. We all love a little bit of calling out and like shit. But like, this is a level where it's like, whoa, maybe you need a little help, maybe. And I can't say much, because I need help, and I am not gonna go get help, because I do not like have problems. Maybe a whole story time about it one day, but like, I have problems too. But like, you know, my problem, the fact that, yes, the stuff that she said on those sites It's probably her real feelings. A lot of people lie and do things. Like, fun fact, I don't think as someone who is in a relationship with someone who talks a lot about like politics and things like that online. I definitely lost my train of thought here, so I'm just gonna explain it. I was saying that I get scared that I'm gonna get canceled because of things that my fiance said and stuff, because people are so fucking weird and will like look things up or like be like, oh, you're a horrible person because someone else said this, where it's like you're not responsible. And you can also be with people and be friends with people and not agree with them. I'd rather someone be like openly homophobic, transphobic, racist, things like that to me, because then I know what the fuck I'm dealing with. I don't like people who pretend to be all BLM and shit like that in a cab and then literally be the same fucking person, like call the police on someone of color or do these things. I know not to fuck with these people if they're being honest. So when people pretend to be like an SJW, it's just like stop with your white savior complex. Like just stop. Like I just fucking hate that. And I know some people are gonna be like, well, that means you're a Trump supporter, blah blah blah. No, I think at that point it's like, honestly, at least Trump was fucking honest. Like I want someone to just be fucking honest with me. I don't want to have to figure it out along the way. There's something worse about people who don't fucking see that they're fucked up and don't see that they're racist. Because everyone's a little fucking prejudiced. Every fucking person. No one's holier than thou. I always feel like it's weird when people bring up things like that. Like the whole SJW thing is just weird to me, because I feel like it's just like, yes, I would like to get some popularity online. I obviously care about being online. I do this. I'm sitting in front of a camera with the fucking ring light, rambling about some shit that no one gives a shit about. Like, but like, maybe you don't know. Maybe I'm not making sense. It's the whole SJW thing, especially online. I don't think that anyone really, like, here's the thing. Yes, like, we should talk about things that are horrible, racism, things, like, don't brush things under the rug. But I think there comes a point where you know that people are doing it for not good reasons. They're not doing it because they want to change the world and make things great and blah, 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 blah. It's selfish. It's for views. It's for clout. Like, there's so many people who are, which I would assume is pretending to be Republican on like TikTok because they would get hate, and the hate will equal followers and likes and money. Like, there comes a point where people are just, this isn't shocking. This isn't like this big thing, but when you have a symbiotic relationship or a parasocial relationship, it seems like it's weird. It seems like, oh, this person couldn't do this to me. I can't even fucking imagine if people are actually friends with her. Like, it's just like, it's weird. It's this strange thing. Like, and it seems like allegedly from the Emily Artful video and like a few other people talking about this, it doesn't seem like she actually really gave a shit about making the world better. She was just a bully. She was a bully dressed up in sheepskin. That sounds so stupid, but she was always a bully. She probably was always a bully. Like people just was okay with it because she was bullying people who, to most people, should be bullied. And I think that's the problem with social media and cancel culture. We just want to dogpile on people. And I've started to realize that recently, just like I said, because my TikTok is blowing up now and I'm starting to get more views and more followers, I'm realizing me going into the comments and including anything negative isn't helping anyone. It's hurting someone. Someone's reading these comments. I don't want to make it so for other creators, and there are times, there are different circumstances where yes, there is things that people do that are bad and disgusting and you want to talk about it. But especially because a lot of the people that we talk about on videos, like commentary videos, can be considered defamation. Like, I know you're like, her doing a video on Jacqueline Hill is not going to fucking hurt Jacqueline Hill. But what if it does? What if it hurts her fucking business? And it's not even because she has her hairy lipsticks. It was because she's like cult leader. Like, why? We don't need to do that. Like, we don't need, yeah. And obviously Jacqueline's going through some shit. Have you seen her? Like, she's definitely going through shit. You never know what the other person's going through. And I'm saying yes. This might not make any sense because the way I said it. Yes, we should keep someone accountable for something like 1,000 hairy fucking lipsticks. That is something we should report on. Something like her dad being a cult leader without really any proof. Not enough proof anyway. People have a bad, like the word cult in people's heads. It's not, people don't, like, it's defamation more so because it's the word's associated with bad things. And yeah, and doing it when someone's already down and going through some shit does not fucking help. Like, yes, can we just talk about facts? She did have hairy lipsticks. She does only post when a product's about to come out. Those are all fucking facts. But I don't think it's okay to go and be like, well, you're a horrible person because this, that, and that, and your parents. You cannot control what the fuck your parents do, especially her parents. Like, you don't know. Like, they were alive before she was here. There's probably things that I've done that my future kids are gonna be like, oh my god, I fucking hate you for doing that. I can't undo it. Like, we need to stop calling out the wrong stuff. Like, that's just part of it. I don't know. Again, there are things you should call people out on. The James Charles situation, you should call him out because obviously there's something wrong there and you should talk about it. But there's sometimes comes a point where it's like, it shouldn't. Like, for example, a social media example of sorts right now, I saw it was trending and it was news, like on the actual fucking news, that Austin McBrew has been cheating on Catherine. And you know what the fuck? We don't fucking know what their relationship is. We don't know if they're an open relationship or they're doing social media. They make more money together. Like, you don't fucking know someone's situation. And yes, it might seem toxic and it might seem bad, but like, there's a point where it's like, yes, the only times I feel like we should talk out when it's people are actually being hurt, there's crimes being committed and things like that. There's some times where it's just like, we shouldn't be in other fucking people's business. There's, like I said, there's plenty of TikTokers and YouTubers doing crimes, and it's fine. Like, dogpile on them, I guess. But like, I'm joking. Don't send that to people. But yeah, like, and I have a problem with this. I do take people for face value. It doesn't really matter if they do research or not. I'm like, it must be true. They said this. And apparently she didn't do much research when she would do videos and things like that. And like, that's hurtful, especially if you're doing things where you're calling people out, saying someone's like doing a crime or anything. Like, you should at least do some research because, yeah. Like, I think like the BuzzFeed putting videos out every day format only works for certain types of content. Like anime reviews, you can fucking do that every day. It doesn't matter. No one's gonna care. Your controversial issue about sub or dub, like, you know, those things can be uploaded every single day. I think, though, there is a point where it's like, it's different when you're calling out topics that are some hot topics where it's like racism and things. People are up in rage about racism all of a sudden in the last year, right? But it's also like, for example, crimes. Doing videos every day about certain things, like a crime's still like ongoing, right? And you're saying, oh, this person definitely did this crime, blah 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 blah. And just let's say that you were someone who's like, because New York Times has had this problem before, they'll like make pretty much hit pieces on people because they're like, oh, right? And so it's kind of that. It's like, you can't do videos every day if you're doing certain type of content, especially if it's gonna affect other people. You can do it if it's like, I would argue that like people like T-Spill, things like that, where like they talked about the Haley Pham situation, things like that. That, yeah, oh, they got married without telling people. Like, it's kind of sucky, but that's fine. They're YouTubers. They want to do something outside of YouTube. Fine. Those two things are very different. I feel like it's like, it can be like reporting the news versus like literally saying you did this, accusing someone of doing something where we have absolutely no proof. And if you didn't do any research, I'm not saying that all the things that she's ever reported is wrong. I'm assuming she probably got like a clock is right 2 times a day. Like, I'm not saying that she was always probably wrong. I'm saying this was always dangerous territory when you're talking about people who are doing some really sus shit. I mean, I understand drama channels, like, things happen, you want to pop up and get really into it. But like, yeah. And I also saw someone do a video, the cute, I feel so bad. Should I not call him that? No. So there's a guy that she pretty much put in a bad situation. I have never seen this cuties video, like the one that Shannon was referring to. I've only seen Shannon's videos on this guy. So I have no real knowledge of this man, right? But I didn't think he would be like, from one video that I watched of him talking about Creepshow Art, he made some good points. Has he done bad things? I don't fucking know. I don't know this man, but I'm just including it here. So, the cuties guy, I actually watched his video. I don't actually, of him and Shannon's situation, what happened. And he said this, and this really resonated with me, that she is like Dexter.
Calling me a pedophile in the headlines of her videos was going a bit too far and referring to me as like the cuties map. So I started getting tons of death threats and these just like hateful droves of like psychos basically saying they're going to find me. They're going to like Dexter. She's a vigilante. But the vigilantism is secondary. She's supposedly out to go stop bad people and call people out. Creepshow Art likes to destroy people's lives. And the good cause part of it is secondary. That's to get praise and to get money. You should get paid to destroy people's lives.
If I could find the clip, I'll put it in. But yeah, like, and it's true. It's like, yeah, she might be doing, yes, she is talking off for bad things, but it's not for the right reasons. And here's the thing: you can't figure out intent from a YouTube video. You can't figure. And also, here's the thing: as fucked up as it is, we crave negativity. Like, videos that I'm negative in do well. I mean, I had some positive videos do well too, but like, it's not the same. It's like weird how much negative videos, like things I hate, food I hate, places I'll never shop, 5 things I'll never do again. Those videos just do well. It's just how, I don't know, we work. We like, I'm even trying to say, like, maybe I should stop watching so much commentary videos and like drama videos, because honestly, I could be in that position one day. Maybe not, because I'm a small creator, but like maybe I could be in that position one day. And like, do you ever think about it? Like, and it's so, I mean, it's easy to become a hypocrite when you're being attacked. And I feel bad in some ways. Like, yeah, like, as a human, I do see that she's going through something, and that's bad. And also, we don't know exactly what's happening in her life and stuff like that. So I feel bad for everyone involved. Like, imagine that's your friend. Imagine your friend did this to you. It's like, oh, this is such a shitty fucking situation. Yeah. I feel like I didn't really touch everything that I wanted to say. I'm just like kind of like circling around it, because I don't know, like, I guess my point is, the internet's kind of fucking toxic, and I wish it wasn't, and I wish we could all like coexist and be happy and do this and that. Like I said, we should call it problematic behavior, but I don't think we should like, some channels are literally just do defamation and do horrible things to people, and that's fucked up, and we should never do that. And there is a difference. There's a huge fucking difference. I would argue that people like Smokey Glow and Ready to Glare, their videos are commentary, but they're never fucking rude or mean or really negative, unless that person does like an actual crime. They're pretty fucking understanding, and you can be that. You can be critical of someone and still be understanding of them. And still understand that they're people, because what if they see that video and you hurt them? What if you're the last straw? What if you're the one that makes them, we don't know, you know? So I feel like people don't realize, especially, I think maybe it's more because my life is, I do most of my jobs, most of my work, most of my money comes from online at this point. This is my real life. I feel like real world feels fake to me at this point, right? And so because of that, it feels weird that people like act as if this is just, you know, like you log out and your world's life is different and change. And I mean, you can, but this is also the real world with real consequences and real things. And it's real. It's fucked up and weird as it is. This is real. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I will probably be coming in with editing me, because obviously I was rambling. Don't know if it really made too much sense. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.